So how does not being married, how do you think that's going to affect your daughters? Because sometimes as a single parent, not having the husband, you may worry that your children are not going to have those same experiences as someone who's married, especially with her learning about how to deal with men and just the protection aspect of it. Can anyone speak to that?
Yeah, so I have a daughter. She's 8 years old now. A little bossy. I feel that I didn't have a father figure, in my life. And going back to like the disadvantaged, I don't think that she will be disadvantaged, I will say that. Because it depends on the spouse and what they're presenting, or the dad and what they're presenting. If they're presenting domestic violence, if they're like presenting like instability, if they're presenting, I have a job, 9 different jobs in 1 year, if they're presenting like smoking and alcoholism. So as a mother, you provide a safe haven, and that person comes in and they disrupt that. So I think that my daughter like recognizes what it looks like for it to be safe and to be fearless, in the home versus, a man that comes in and like obstructs like something like that. And so, we do talk about like dating and boys, and if she's curious about things and she watches different healthy like shows on her iPad about, dating relationships or boy and girl dynamics, and I don't think that she's gonna be disenfranchised. Or I feel like for myself, I'm a success that came from a single mother. Bachelor's degree, master's degree, things like that. And I feel like if you put good interventions in, then you can get good outcomes. So I don't worry about her. And I hope that, she will be a success and she will, navigate dating and marriage, in a healthy way.
Thank you.
I think with my daughter, actually, being single worked for her as advantage, because from the day one, I told her, you're on your own. Like, I'm not gonna help you with your homework. I don't have time for that, and I also didn't want to do it. And so she became very like resilient, responsible, very like her own person. And I think to the topic of like how she would date people in the future, she saw me during the last 10 years, like dealing with my own self-worth, and I grew up as a person, and she was observing me, and she learned so much.